The UK, Australia and Canada have formally recognised a Palestinian state. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer said the decision was being taken to revive hopes of peace and of a two-state solution. However, the announcement has drawn fierce criticism from the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who said it was a reward for terrorism and vowed that there will be no Palestinian state.
It's almost 2 years since October 7th, when, during a Hamas-led attack in Israel, over 1,200 people were killed and more than 250 hostages taken. It was met with a major military campaign by Israel. Since then, over 65,000 Palestinians have been killed, according to the Gaza Health Ministry. Last week, a United Nations Commission of Inquiry concluded that Israel is committing genocide. Today, the British Prime Minister reiterated his hopes of a two-state solution and announced that the UK now recognises the state of Palestine.
Today, we join over 150 countries who recognise a Palestinian state also. A pledge to the Palestinian and Israeli people that there can be a better future.
This afternoon, both Canada and Australia also announced that they recognise a Palestinian state. The British Prime Minister Keir Starmer insisted that his decision was not a reward for Hamas and reiterated his call for a release of all hostages. Unsurprisingly, Israel has criticised the announcement.
Calls to establish a Palestinian state would endanger our existence and constitute an absurd reward for terrorism.
The main opposition party in the UK has also criticised the move.
There's nothing that's been received in return. And when you ask the question, well, why has that happened? It's really the Prime Minister being dictated to by his cabinet and backbenchers, etc., and bobbing around like a cork on the tide.
This is the first time that a number of G7 countries have formally recognised Palestinian statehood, and comes ahead of the United Nations General Assembly in New York next week.
And Tommy joins us now from London. And Tommy, what prompted Mr Starmer to make this move at this point in time, and how is it being received there?
Well, Ray, there had been growing pressure from within the Labour Party for Keir Starmer to make this move. The Prime Minister also has people in his own cabinet, the likes of the Health Secretary Wes Streeting, who are in constituencies where there is strong support for pro-Gaza candidates. So this was becoming politically difficult for the Prime Minister. On top of that, though, you also had the international pressure. France had indicated that it was going to make this move before the UK. You also had that UN-backed inquiry last week concluding that Israel is committing genocide in Gaza.